Welcome back to the channel. This is the first part of the Mission 1 series, and today we're getting a surprise. We get to open the brand new GoPro Mission 1 Pro. And shout out to GoPro for sending this out for me to test and review. I actually just returned home from travel, so I didn't want to force anything. I wanted to do an unboxing with you all so that we can discuss together kind of what we want to know about the Mission Pro. They sent me out a full kit to test the GoPro. So what we have here is, of course, so we have the GoPro Mission 1. We also have some accessories that they sent along as well. And so they sent this as well. This is a magnetic latch mount. They also sent a SanDisk storage card. And you wouldn't believe how excited, I get these days as far as receiving storage, because as we all know, the prices are going up. They also sent out this, which is a battery charger. And this is going to allow me to charge a second battery for the GoPro while in use. Let's see, is there anything else in here? And I think that's it. And then of course, sent out this media card as well. And they also sent out this grip. And so this grip is going to allow me to use the GoPro like a camera, like a traditional camera, if you will. And so that's everything that they sent out. And so let's get this unboxed. And so my question to you all, right? My question is, what are you really looking for in the GoPro Mission 1? Like, this is groundbreaking. Like, it's the first time. We got a 1-inch sensor. We have 50 megapixels. They got up to 960 frames per second at 1080p. Like, that's crazy stuff. Like, so you tell me in the comment section, what are you hoping to learn most about the GoPro Mission 1? I'm gonna have this Pro as well as the ILS, which is the interchangeable lens system version that doesn't release until like third, maybe fourth quarter of this year. So be on the lookout for that as well. And again, this is the first of many episodes in the series. Now, just transparently, GoPro did send this out for me to review, but this happened at NAB, where I kind of stopped and chatted with them about my channel and how I do my reviews, and I focus on user experience, and there's no ask or deliverables from them. They just sent this out and is allowing me to test this with no input whatsoever. And if you're familiar with my channel, which this one is brand new, but I have another one that's tech focused that just hit 20,000. But this one, I always focus on the user experience and workflow and how this product is going to help us achieve that. And it's always from a transparent, honest, buyer-friendly, focused review. And the goal is always just to give you enough information to make an educated decision. So if you enjoy that, consider subscribing. This is a brand new channel. I think we're at 300 subscribers. So that's why it was so surprising that they sent this out. But that's my approach on both of my channels. Honest, transparent. Let's focus on the real user experience from a buyer's perspective. So let's get into these packaging. I don't have to unbox this. We know what that is and what that's going to be. That's going to be storage for the content here that I'll be making with the GoPro Mission 1. Let's open this magnetic let's open this magnetic latch real quick. Okay, inside of this, little media real quick on the device itself. Let's set that over there. Inside of this we have, okay, little connectivity screw there. All right, there's that. And then we have this is the magnetic piece right there that's going to allow, that goes to the bottom, and then of course that goes on a mount. So next, this is the battery charger. Of course, that's just a 2-bay battery charger that allows us to charge the GoPro batteries. And I'll put all the information on the screen as far as like the specs of the camera, etc., if you're unfamiliar with it at this point. But let's get into this box. I'm excited. Let's see what we got here. So we have Mission 1 Pro 1-inch sensor. They have all of the specs on the side of the box there, and this is 8K. This is an 8K camera. It's 50 megapixels. You can take photos and video with this. And then the Quick app is releasing on Thursday, and there's already a firmware update for this, which means they're actively working on the camera. So 8K 60 8K open gate video, 50 megapixels. So 8K 60 on this, which this is crazy. 8K 60, 50 megapixel photos, GP3 processor, 5 hours of battery life, and then now that they give me a second battery, so I got 10 hours total, and then uploads automatically to the cloud, which their software is peak, as we all know. So let's jump into this. I'm excited that GoPro is back in the playing field. Now, they haven't went anywhere, but I think popular opinion has kind of changed over the last couple years as far as like GoPro compared to some of their competitors. And so I'm pumped that they're releasing something not just within the GoPro family, right? Because this doesn't replace kind of their other stuff, but this is a completely new product on the market. Like, this isn't just like your average action camera. Like, it's like capable of cinema, right? And so this is a micro cinema camera that we're looking at here. And so I'm pumped to see, you know, kind of what all this is going to be capable of. And it's just, it's crazy. I mean, this is just crazy. So let's get into this. We have your marketing material. And so they tell you before you start it for the first time, you have to update the firmware, which again, because they're sending this out and it's so new in the game that there's definitely going to be some firmware updates since the time that this launched. Comes with some stickers as well. Can never get too many stickers. And then there is cold weather performance. They even give you some pro tips on dealing with cold weather when using this. So that's cool. And then there is, you know, like if you have questions, chat with the experts, reach out to the customer service. So that's cool as well. Inside the box, we have a USB-C to USB-C cable. Okay. We also have a battery. Now let me look at this battery. Yep, that's the same size battery. So I'm gonna drop that in there like that. And so, like I said, now I have 2 batteries, and so I'm gonna go ahead and plug this in and get this to charging. It's USB-C, so I just plug it right in on my desk there. As you can see, I charged 1 battery already, and there's a little indicator there to let you know where the power is. So one of them is full, one of them is at 1, and then charging. So that's cool. And then in here we also have, let me throw that over there. We also have this quick connect or whatever that can go at the bottom of the GoPro, so you can connect that. We have this, I'm gonna call this a lens hood. I don't know what they call it, but I haven't read through all of this stuff because I wanted to get like true first impressions. So lens hood, and then here's the other piece to the quick connect there. There we go. Other parts of the quick connect there. And then you have the screw, of course, a quick connect right there. Here we go. Pretty long one. All right. Pause. And then here is the GoPro Mission 1 Pro itself. So this is my first impressions of touching this and seeing what this feels like. And they got this almost 3D printed as far as the packaging, so it's hard to pull out. Pause. Oh, and this feels good. So, and again, they tell you like the camera must be updated before using for the first time. But man, this feels good. Man, okay, let's take the stickers off. So we got the stickers. There's that. Look at that. Dang, that looks good. Tell me that doesn't look good. That looks freaking sweet. You got the screen on the front there as well. So man, that's this thing is small, right? I saw this at NAB. Got a chance to talk to the team. Look at the back of that. Got a chance to talk to the team at NAB and learn about it and, you know, kind of their thoughts. And, you know, the interesting thing about this is that someone internal to GoPro was already making like Frankenstein builds with their GoPros. And it went over so well that it kind of started this journey. And it was super interesting to hear about that journey from them directly on kind of how we got here. There's a lot of things. I mean, there's been a breakout with the micro cameras, if you will, the action cameras being used as more than just action cameras. People are there's a little sticker right here that says, "Do not open this. That's not a door, so don't open." I'm gonna leave that sticker there so I can remind myself until I get used to it. You know, people have been using these action cameras as more than action cameras, but I haven't to the point believed in the action camera sensor and whether or not it can produce the image that I'm looking for. Me personally, I'm a pixel peeper. Right now I'm using a 6K full frame open gate, Blackmagic Cinema Camera 6K. They just released a third beta autofocus anyway. But that's what I'm using right now. And so I have always wanted top quality when it comes to image, right? And so this basically is the top quality that you can get from a small sensor action camera, but this is more of a micro cinema camera. I think I heard someone else say that. I don't know if it was Cam Mackey or somebody like that. But I'm super excited to get this going, and this feels good. It has, kind of consistent design language of GoPro. You have your battery port and, your battery port and your SD, your micro SD port right there. And then you have at the bottom, where you can connect this to your different attachments. You have looks like your power button and mode button on the side right there. And then you have your trigger or camera button, your shutter button there at the top. And then they sent me out this grip, and this grip basically allows me to treat this like a regular point and shoot camera. They have this thumb trigger at the top with a cold shoe mount where I can take that off of the cold shoe on this, and that basically fires the shutter there. So you can use it with or without this little grip piece right here that goes into the cold shoe, and it gives you kind of like a better grip there. And then they have this hand grip right there. They have this hand grip right here where you can basically have a better grip on the camera in your palm. And there's even like there's a little where you can screw in right there. So I'm sure there's going to be some more accessories there, because they're going to have a gimbal and all this different stuff that goes along with this. And so let's just get this in here. Let's see, you push down on that like that, and then we're gonna close that. We're gonna slide this in here like so, just like that. And so now we have the camera inside of this. And again, there's a cold shoe, so there you can reach the shutter button on the top right there. And then let's put this grip back here. And there's a lock button on the back of that there, lock and unlock. So it's like once it's in there, it's not just gonna pop out. But there you go. There we go. So now that's in there, and it's not just gonna pop out. You can see that if I shake that hard, that is there, and that's not a fake YouTuber. Sometimes they do those reviews and they're like barely touching it, be like, it won't move. That's not that. Like, I'm really shaking that, so we're good there. This is cool. Let's put this on the front there, and that just kind of pushes on the hood, just pushes on right there. And then the thumbstick there, and there like so. And so that is the kind of the grip there that you have, and so that's kind of cool. And I am going to pause for a quick second just to update the firmware. I'm not gonna force anything in this series. Like, this is not gonna be a fake, point of view from an expert. This is me learning this with you and learning if this is going to be a good product, so that right now we're in the pre-order phase. So by the time these are ready to ship and things like that, you'll have good information on whether or not you want to make this purchasing decision. First initial impressions, this feels great. So let me get this firmware updated. Man, so I got this all updated, and this thing looks good. So let's get me in frame here, and let's get me in frame there. And so that is me on the GoPro Mission 1, and we're going to be doing a lot of testing with this because there's a lot to this camera. There's app control where you can control the camera directly from the app. There is, of course, all the on camera controls, etc. There's a lot of accessories for this already, and this thing, 8K 60, it looks good on the camera. So we're gonna test that out to see how well it does. I'm gonna add all of the pieces back to this. There's just so many things that can be done with this. I'm excited to try this out. I don't know. I mean, this is it. So let me know any questions that you have. What test do you want to see? Low light test, performance, resolution for photos, you know, enlarging them, editing flow, color profiles. I don't know. You put it in the comment section below and we're going to go through this journey together. So that way, by the time you get ready to purchase your Mission 1 Pro, or even if you already have one coming because you've already pre-ordered, you'll at least know kind of what direction to take when you get it. So let me know your thoughts. If you're new to today, or if you're new to the channel and you enjoyed today's content and you want to go along for the journey of the Mission 1 Diaries, hit that subscribe button below, join the Cosey Coalition. But as always, stay cozy in that crazy world, and I'll see you in the next video. Peace.